Okay, let's take a look at question number 17 from homework 7. This is one of the find the first and second derivatives. They're giving us the function f of x equals, 4x squared plus 6, and they're raising that to the 7/2 power. So we've got a fractional exponent, but it's not the end of the world. We know how to deal with this. Let's take the first derivative. This is just the same as you would do if I asked you to take a derivative any other time. You're going to use the chain rule because we've got a function raised to an exponent. So we bring down the exponent, that's 7/2 times exactly what's inside the parentheses. Lower the exponent by 1. So I've got 7/2. I need to subtract 1. Well, if I do the conversions and stuff, 1 is 2/2. So 7/2 minus 2/2 is going to give me 5/2. And then I need to multiply that times the derivative of the inside of the function. So that gives me, the derivative of 4x squared is 8x. The derivative of 6 is just 0. So that's that. Now before, when we did these, I told you to stop right there, don't do anything else. Enter that into WebAssign and it will be correct. Well, you could enter this into WebAssign and it will be correct, but you're going to want to take another exponent, and I don't know about, or not another exponent, you're going to want to take another derivative, and I don't want you to have to try and do that with this. There are a lot more pieces there than what we need, so let's simplify a little bit. Let's multiply the 8x times the 7/2, okay? 8x times 7/2, well, that's going to give us 56/2 over x times 4x squared plus 6 to the 5/2. And if I simplify that, that's going to give me 28x times 4x squared plus 6 to the 5/2 power. Okay, so that's my f prime of x. I simplified it, and that's because now I need to find the second derivative. So I'm going to have to take the derivative of this guy. And now that I've got it in this format, I can just use the product rule. I'm multiplying a function times a function. Let's use the product rule. Okay, product rule tells us to take down the first function, so that's 28x. Multiply that times the derivative of the second function. Going to have to do the chain rule again. That's just bringing down the exponent, copying exactly what's inside the parentheses, lowering the exponent by 1, and multiplying by the derivative of what's inside the parentheses. Okay, brought down the exponent, copied that exactly, lowered the exponent, and took the derivative of what was inside the parentheses. And so I've got first times the derivative of the second. Now I need the second, so that's 4x squared plus 6 to the 5/2 times the derivative of the first. Well, the derivative of the first, 28x, that's just going to be times 28. Sorry, that got a little small there. But that's all you have to enter. I shall put that in parentheses. Okay, that's all you have to enter at this point. You don't have to simplify this one because you're not taking another derivative, so don't worry about it. Let me write it out a little bit more neatly. It's going to be a little bit smaller. Yeah, a little bit more neatly. All right, 28x times 5/2. Let's see, I can put that in parentheses. 4x squared plus 6 to the 3/2 times 8x squared plus 4x squared plus 6 to the 5/2 times 28. All right, and that's our f double prime of x. Okay, so just take your first derivative, simplify it so that you can take a second derivative more easily, and you're going to come up with that. So for this one, you're going to have to use the chain rule, and then you're going to have to use the product rule, but in the end, you'll end up with the derivatives you're looking for.